know there have been instances where those airbags just explode for no reason.
Sounds like a very Dodge thing. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
Don't work too hard.
Yes, ma'am, I'll try. Well, that might just be the most Dodge thing that's happened in a while. Lady shows up in the driveway with a recall for this piece of shit. Couldn't find any beer, all I got's water. That's all they had at the beer store. Someone must be pouring concrete nearby. The lower was fine. Makes sense looking at it. They used this little bitty bastard up top. And this thing was pretty close to... The real feel out here is 116 right now. I think it's probably about 98. It's not even the hot part of the year yet. Put me a half-ass reference dot on there so I can see how many threads need to go back in. Oh, by the way, I acquired another set of the old school Ford Alcoas. They costed me a fifth of Crown Apple. I'll make that deal anyway. That's a damn good deal. I'll take that deal. I got it reassembled and ready to rock. Now it's time to fight through the final boss of 7.3 oil leaks and get this steering linkage out of there. Only thing that didn't go back in was the old steering dampener. I'm not even gonna mess with that piece of shit. It's the final part of this installment. This would be the bushing for the control arm. This is the bushing for the twin I-beam. And the control arm came with this little tab. It says not to tighten it all the way till the truck's sitting back on the ground. About to find out real fast how much of a pain in the these are. Well, as much of a pain in the ass as it was to get that piece of shit apart, I got a decent prediction it's going to take at least 6 beers and a whole lot of cuss words to get that put back together. Put a jack under the rotor to drop the damn I-beam down so I could get room to play around with it. I got all the jack stands going on. I'm really not a fan of hanging out this long underneath this piece of shit. Well, if you have one of these that's 2-wheel drive and you're about to do your front end, now is the time to sell that piece of shit to the guy that's been offering you money every time you go to the gas station and buy a full-wheel drive one. But I got the only special tool that matters. This isn't much different from doing sleeves on heavy equipment like I work on every day, just a really small version. So I'm gonna try to just get these edges without hopefully burning the whole truck to the ground and push that thing out of there. Well, that worked a hell of a lot better than I thought it was going to. There's a happy little accident or two in the front of that bushing. Hardly looks better than the old one. The best thing I can tell you, if you have one of these, hone out the front of that thing as much as you can. That'll help get it back in. But son of a, if you have the universal ball joint kit like I do, you're out of luck. I had the best luck just wailing on that piece of with a hammer to get it back in. Well, getting that bolt in pretty much matched the rest of this job. My beers per hour is through the roof on this job. It wouldn't be a normal day with at least one run to the parts store. Got a little too cindy with the impact and the old Ford bolt had enough. This is the closest they had up there to what was in it. They had a standard grade 8, not quite the right diameter, and then this metric unit that might be a little big, so whichever one fits better has got to go home. Finally got the time to attempt this other bushing. Since I'd never messed with this front end before, when I first started this, I tried to YouTube it. They only show you how to do this side, so that tells me this is a real pain in the ass. I think you'll be able to unbolt this whole bracket and let it drop down, and then fight that stupid ass bushing out. Some of this will be off camera. It's hard to have 3 hands down here. I got the bolt out that's never gonna go back in right. These 3 loose meters, I'm gonna take them next and get the hell out from underneath this I-beam, because I'm not really quite sure what it's gonna do when I take that bracket off. Well, that, my friends, is a dumb alternative to a solid axle, especially when this piece of barely rides better than that full-wheel drive dually. After very delicately getting that thing in place with my bushing press, it looks about as ugly as the other one did, and I could give a less. Next time I work on this front end, it's getting a solid axle swap. Well, I'll show you what's transpired down here for the past few songs and a couple thousand cuss words. This is the best way I could figure out to get this lined up. I got this nut up here barely threaded on, so I'm gonna take this clamp off. This was a process between tightening these clamps down and keeping a bar between the jack and whatever this stupid thing is, and just yuck. This video is going to be a great selling point for full-wheel drive or any solid front axles. Well, boys, I'd rather put the kingpins in a Peterbilt than do that job again. If you're familiar with front ends and you have a lift, it'd be a whole lot easier, but if you're a broke like me that just needs his truck fixed, good luck, man. You're gonna need a lot of beer and patience. And now we've arrived at the last part of this bundle of misery. These dumbass bushings for the control arms. Now, if I had to guess, they probably want you to unbolt the spring and the track bar and maybe a bunch of other stupid shit. So this will go low enough to get that bushing out. Well, I got a jack stand and a rock bar that says otherwise. Probably not exactly OSHA approved, but this thing is putting a severe dent in my beer drinking for the day. So you'll want to cook your bushing on high for a few minutes. Well, my other camera decided it was time to run out of battery. Between the air hammer and the torch, that's the way to get that piece of shit out of there. Ain't that a... That was a shitload easier than those I-beam bushings. I can remove my OSHA approved jack stand now. This little situation right here is gonna try to make you regret being alive. I stuck this bar into the bushing, got it to where I could get the bolt through and stuck a wedge in there. And now this control arm is leaning in. If you were a front end shop or a Ford dealer, I'm not sure how the you're supposed to get that bolt in there, but this little method here worked pretty good. About to make it smell like the Gulf War in here again. Well, after owning this thing for 8 years, it finally has a new front end and can go get a line. If you do this professionally or you know about these front ends and know how to work on them, you probably just had a stroke watching that. Well, what are my thoughts on the forward I-beam suspension? Well, if you got to do bushings, sell that piece of shit and get a solid front axle.